What's up, guys? Welcome to episode, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 52 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is Jmack Gaming.
I'm going to send out my SOS now because I really don't want to be here anymore with Chad Prongle. This guy stinks.
All right, Justin. Your words hurt.
Oh, well, you're... Okay, Chad, I like the gimmick, all right? Maybe I'll be nice to you from now on.
Oh, good.
All right, let's get into the show, Chad. This is a big show here, Chad. This is the big show. This is a Paul White show.
Oh, the Paul White Show.
We're here in Chicago, Illinois, the United Center here. And we start off with a pre-show Battle Royal, a #1 contender match. Maybe. This is a #1 contender. You're right. We see Lisa Marie Varon, Yoshida Satomura, James Busick, Uematsu. Battle Royal. And Toshi Uematsu defeats everyone in a 15:07. What a match it was, Chad. We see a debut Wesna Busick. Decent little match. She got a 49, by the way. Good for her.
Oh, yeah. Good for her.
And then our other pre-show match of the night, John Cena defeats Devon Storm in 56, not 56 minutes, in 15 minutes. It got a 56. But we start off Monday Night Raw, how we started it last week. It's Jim Cornette and The Rock. You see, The Rock, he's not happy, Chad. He's not happy that he's going to take on the Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks, and then he's got to somehow win that match and take on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. It's going to be unreal, Chad. If The Rock can pull it all out, will we see Brock Lesnar's first 100 at WrestleMania?
I hope so.
Well, I hope so too. The Rock.
I'm all in on Brock Lesnar. Listen.
Look, we've been all in on Brock. As soon as I said I'm bringing him up, he's wrestled a lot. You know, he's been in every match as possible. He's done great. He's got great star quality. He's done it all. Can Brock? I mean, he won the Royal Rumble, dude. He eliminated 13 people, Chad. That would be a record right now. I don't think that's a record in real life. I think 14 is the record now.
You know what his biggest accomplishment so far has been?
What?
Losing to AJ Styles for Young Wrestler of the Year.
It's true. But do you think he gets it next year? With a full year under his belt?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I'll be honest, probably.
Hey,
unless they give it to Joe.
Joe's got to get better matches, man.
Why don't you tell me what he needs?
This isn't like, that's just to get the...
No, you're right. No, if Samoa Joe got it over Randy or Brock, I would say we should recount these ballots because the Brock Lesnar, man.
Yeah, Brock's unhappy about this match. He's unhappy that he's got to go through it. And Cornette's, well, we'll make it fair, you know. You're going to be off matches until then, Rock, okay? You're going to get a break. You're going to relax until then. And tonight, there's a triple threat match between 3 competitors in that match. Like, you're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You're going to be cool. All right? Rock's just going to go backstage and chill for tonight, Chad.
Oh.
But we start off the match tonight with the Kings of the Mountain. They just released their first song ever. It's called TNA. It's actually called the Impact Zone. That's their first album.
Oh, I love that.
The Impact Zone's their first album. Their first single.
That should also be their group finisher.
Their first single is called Dixie. It's about a girl they met in Nashville. Her name's Dixie. The love ballad.
The girl in Nashville. Her name was Dixie.
She was a scumbag. She always tricked me. It's Kings of the Mountain taking on the Shining Stars, and they get a big win in 14:45 when Frankie Kazarian hits the Wave of the Future on Primo. Big match.
Not Primo.
Teddy Hart, 66. Mike Tyson's backstage. He's warming up Randy Orton, who's in that triple threat 2-belt on the line match. Remember, the first winner, the man who gets the first pin, will become your European champion. And the second...
That is tonight. Fuck yeah.
It is. The second match will be for the Intercontinental Championship. Randy Orton makes his way down the ring, Chad. Our first match But the first triple threat match here. No, actually, that's later. Faces of Fear and take on the Quebecers.
I think it's very mean how you set these two men up just a job to Orton. I think that's very mean.
What do you mean?
Like, there's no fucking way Randy loses, right? I mean, like,
no, probably not.
I mean, maybe Christian. I could see maybe Christian, but like, why the hell is JBL in that match?
He's the wrestling god, Chad.
Oh, yeah, okay. How about this tag team match?
Well, the Faces of Fear win in 12:01 when the Barbarian pings Jacques Rougeau with the Boot of Fear. Big win for the Faces of Fear. All right, they make their way down to the ring, Chad. In that first match, the triple threat match, JBL, Christian, and Randy Orton. They have a banger of a match. JBL clotheslines Randy Orton out of the ring, Chad. And then Christian rolls up JBL, kicks out at 2, and JBL hits a clothesline from hell and wins the European Championship.
Oh, what?
JBL pins Christian Cage and wins the belt. JBL, your European champion, Chad. Randy Orton immediately notices that happens, gets in the ring, and RKO's JBL and wins the Intercontinental belt.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I was half right.
So, that first match got a 90, by the way.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about? But yeah, Chad, JBL, European champion, Randy Orton, still your Intercontinental belt champion.
Good for JBL.
Good for
Oh yeah, big win for JBL.
And then Orton, RKO's both of them because he's pissed off that he lost one of his belts.
As he should be.
As he should be. Stone Cold makes his way down to the ring. What? He's in a dream match, some would say, Chad. He's taking on one half of the Second City Saints. He's taking on CM Punk tonight.
Ooh, I mean, maybe a few years away from it actually being a dream match, but yes. Yes, I mean, yes, some would say.
And his hometown, CM Punk loses by the Thez press. Stone Cold defeats CM Punk in 16-12. I went back and forth with this match. I could have had Punk win, but Austin's is on a roll right now. His momentum through the roof. Austin
probably gives you papers if he lost the Punk
probably.
Here.
We move on. Liger gets called out by Kurt Angle, and he says, Liger, look, you cheated me at the Royal Rumble. You made me botch my move. You eliminated me unfairly. Yes, it's true. At the Royal Rumble. But my young protege here, John Cena, a very good collegiate wrestler, a very good rapper. Yes, it's true. He raps. Yes. He eliminated you, Jushin. And I know you want some retribution against him. So how about at No Way Out, you go one-on-one with my boy, my young protege, John Cena. Jushin, you don't have to say yes. You don't have to say no. We'll book it anyway. We'll see you in the ring at No Way Out. Kurt Angle, John Cena, Liger. Kurt Angle would challenge Liger himself, but he is in the Elimination Chamber. How do you feel about Cena Liger here, Chad?
I think that's going to be a good match. I hope Liger wins.
Me too. No, we move on. It's that triple threat match that we will get tonight. It's Jeff Jarrett, Kane, and Mark Henry. Triple threat match. 3 men who will be in the Elimination Chamber in a couple weeks at No Way Out. The winner, WWF World Heavyweight Champion. These men trying to get one. They're just trying to do some damage to their fellow opponents. Weeks, 13 days now, going into the Rumble. Not the Rumble, the Chamber. Oh, but Dean Malenko, he says the Iceman. He's got ice in his veins. And you know what that means? He's clutch. All right. Look, he hasn't had the greatest start to WWF since his change to this company. But he will make sure of it. At the Elimination Chamber, he will walk out WWF champion. And he says he will, he says he's going to win, Chad. Do you think he is?
No.
You have no faith in Dean, the Iceman Malenko?
I want to see Brock versus Rock.
Everyone. Okay, well, that's not about what you want to see, Chad. It's about what I write.
Not what I want to see.
Well, book that in WCW, brother.
I can't. I don't have them here.
Would you like
Give them to me, and I will.
Okay. We have our main event of the night, though. It's Jeff Jarrett, Mark Henry, and Kane. I let the game decide who wins this match. And Kane gets a big win, pinning Jeff Jarrett again with a chokeslam in 15:07.
Oh, yeah.
And then The Rock gets on the ring, and he calls out all three of these men. It doesn't matter. And he calls out Dean and Angle, who are backstage just eating cereal. It says it doesn't matter who steps into the chamber with the great one, because one by one, by one, by one, by one, you will walk in and you go one-on-one with the great one in front of his millions.
Millions!
And millions of fans watching around the world, and he'll slap them around and send their candy asses back down to where they came from. The Rock will walk out, no way out, world heavyweight champion. And then Brock Lesnar, you big fat, juiced up, roided up monster, I will beat your ass in front of 70,000 people at the Houston Astrodome, and walk out once again, proving myself why I am the greatest world heavyweight champion of all time. The Rock, man, what he says, what he'll do has came true since 1998 when he won the Rumble. 99, sorry. Will it come again? Will it come true again?
Is he an oracle?
Can he read? Can he predict the future? The people are asking.
Does he have a time machine?
I don't know, but we will finish the show there. A 91, a very solid 91 right there, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. Very solid.
JBL winning the European
Certainly
Championship.
Better than the 71.
JBL winning the European Championship was the best match of the card.
Good for JBL, man.
Good for JBL. He heard everyone saying, wow, bust of the year, John Bradshaw Layfield. And he's coming out swinging this year.
Said, fuck you, Chad.
He said, fuck you, Chad. Put me on SmackDown. I'll clothesline the hell out of that little bitch, Chad Collier. All right, we'll see you for Nitro. Can Chad beat this?
Oh, I certainly can. With what I got lined up, might as well just give it to me now.
All right, I'll write it down. WCW wins. Don't even, you can skip Nitro.
And we're here with probably, Justin, on paper, and you can back me up on this, one of the best Nitros I've ever booked.
It looks eerily familiar to last week's Nitro, but we'll go on with it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Especially now that I'm looking at it right here. I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty damn similar. Main event's going to look very similar here in a couple minutes.
It's instead of a tag team match, it's a 6-man. All right, then a pre-show bout. Johnny Devine taking on Apocalypse. And a pre-show bout. That's subpar wrestling. And non-assistant crowd heat. Johnny Devine defeated Apocalypse with the pinfall.
Wow, okay. Both got 52, so they're pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right.
And we got Kiara Slice taking on Zandig. And then Slice wins.
There you
submission.
Go. Yeah, good. Wait, hold up. Kiara Slice tapped out Zandig.
Yes.
What an interesting. Okay, Nitro's off to a great start.
Yeah. We got Benoit versus Bret Hart. They have the official contract signing for their match. And honestly, Justin, there's no shit talking going on. There's no, like, it's a very wholesome contract signing. They shake hands. Benoit says, you know what, I've waited 14 months to wrestle you, and I'm happy that we're finally going to do it. And Bret says, absolutely, it's going to be great. And they shake hands.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
It would have got better than a 69. There would have been a giant brawl. But after the match, the freelancers come out and they say, Benoit, Bret, no one cares about you. And guess what? We're the freelancers. We're going to be gone in a month. We can go on whatever show we want. So we decided to shut you up. And they wrestled them. And in about they had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Bret Hart and Chris Benoit defeated the freelancers when Hero pinned Ron Killings with a dragon suplex.
What a match. This is not the original match, Chad. Do you want to tell everyone? No, never mind. No, we're not. I had to convince Chad to change this to a better match. And then you didn't even book the other people.
Yeah, I forgot. We got Rob Van Dam. He says, listen, I respect Mick Foley. He's done a lot in this industry, and he's a hell of a guy. Really nice guy. But everyone's
what a
asking,
god!
Yeah, everyone's asking, how's the one-of-a-kind feel about his match against Mick Foley at Super Brawl? And I gotta be honest with you. I think it's gonna be an easy one. I mean, listen, Mick, you just can't keep up with me. I'm in the ring. I'm more athletic than you. I'm a better wrestler than you. And I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just facts, Mick. You can't keep up with me. And I'm gonna show it at Super Brawl, Mick. And then I'm gonna become the #1 contender. And I'm gonna show why Jericho can't keep up with me either. Because I'm Mr. Monday Night, and I'm one of a kind. I'm the whole effing show.
One of a kind!
One of a kind!
Hey!
Oh, speaking of one of a kind, we got Johnny B. Bad taking on Chris Hero, and about that Subpar Wrestling. And nice in the crowd, Chris Hero defeated Johnny B. Bad with a Hero's Welcome, Justin.
This match stunk. Johnny B. Bad, you're done, brother. You're done.
Yeah, I mean, he still does decent. We've got the Planet Ahmed and Justin. They're wearing Dudley Brothers-esque clothing. They've got camouflage pants. They're wearing glasses.
Wearing the Dudley Brothers-as clothing?
Like, they're wearing the Dudley Brothers.
Oh, they're going to get canceled, brother.
I said the Dudley Brothers-esque clothing.
No,
like, they look like
clothing.
the Dudleys. They're wearing, like, the camouflage pants.
They're wearing Bubba
like,
Ray himself as a jacket poncho.
They're wearing Bubba Ray Dudley's gimmicks, and they're making fun of the Dudleys.
What do they say?
Ahmed comes out and he says, D'Lo! And D'Lo says, what? And he says, get the table! And then they set the table, and they grab a table. And then they set it up, and then they just sit at the table, and they eat junk food. I think they're making fun of Bubba and Devon's weight here. Very mean, especially Big Daddy V, who's like 3 times their size. And they're just being caricatures of the Dudley boys.
All right, we move on. Mick Foley wearing Rob Van Dam as clothing.
Mick Foley, the announcer's like, the reporter's like, Mick Foley, you saw it, and he just takes the microphone and he says, Rob Van Dam, you don't think I can go in the ring anymore? You don't think I can keep up with you? Huh? You think I lost a step? Well, guess what? I may have lost a step, and I may not be able to go, and I may as hard as I used to. And you know what, Rob Van Dam, you are a hell of an athlete, and I may not be able to keep up with you, but guess what? I'm not gonna have to keep up with you, because one thing that I got over you that you don't have is I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win. I've thrown myself through barbed wire, fire, tables, off a cell. I've lost part of my ear for this business because I love it. And RVD, I will do anything that I have to win, and I don't care what hell you put me through. I don't care what pain I go through. I will always get up. And Rob Van Dam at Super Brawl, we're going to be enemies. Tonight we're teammates and we're fighting in the main event. At Super Brawl, I don't respect you. I'm not your friend. I'm your enemy. At Super Brawl, I'm going to be your worst nightmare. At Super Brawl, I prove to you, I prove to the people, and I prove to myself that Mick Foley, that Mrs. Foley's baby boy can still get it done. And I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to become world champion. Intensity, John.
That guy can bring it. Will he bring it at the pay-per-view though?
I have to see.
Disco Fury.
I'll tell you who brought it. Disco Fury and Alfred Snow, and in a decent bout with decent wrestling and exhausting crowd heat. Alfred Snow defeated Disco Fury with a snowplow.
Yeah, that was a decent little match right there, Chad. 67.
67. You know, Disco Fury pulling out a 66.
Good for him.
Yeah. Maybe I should start pushing Disco Fury.
Maybe.
And about that, Subpar Wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Debbie Malenko and Jacqueline Moore defeated Jazz and Daphne when Debbie Malenko pinned Daphne.
Debbie Malenko.
They didn't say with what. They just pinned her.
Didn't even need a move. She just hit her with a fucking punch That was it.
Knocked her the hell out.
That was it. Not even knocked out. That was just it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Speaking of knocking people out, Minoru Suzuki versus Butterbean, and about that good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Minoru Suzuki defeated Butterbean. A pinfall.
I'm so mad that this Nitro stinks so far and is probably gonna beat my Raw for no reason. My Raw was very good from front to back. That's the game.
And then after the match, Goldberg runs in and spears Minoru Suzuki, Justin.
Ooh. Goldberg Suzuki, I'm kind of hyped for.
Yeah.
I'm hyped.
How could you not be?
Nope. Oh, boy.
We are
here.
here.
We go. Once again.
Jericho. Well, it's different because unlike last week and the week before, Jericho is not in the ring.
Where is he?
See, Jericho, I'm glad you asked. You see, Jericho is backstage.
Oh.
He says, "Hi, it's your world." Hi, I'm Chad. He says, "Hi, it's your world heavyweight champion. It's Jericho. And I've got a special on-location edition of the highlight reel. See, I have a special interview backstage with none other than Chris Canyon's father." And the camera pans out as Chris Jericho has Chris Canyon's dad, bloodied, battered, a mangled mess. And he says, "Mr. Canyon, how does it feel knowing that your son interrupted my highlight reel and then cut me off last week and challenged me to a match, huh? How does it feel?" And he doesn't say anything. "Oh, come on, don't be shy. Come on, Mr. Canyon. I know you're a little nervous being on the highlight reel. Come on, why don't you talk?" And then he's like, "Oh, here, I'll help you get over your stage fright." And he punches him 3 more times in the head and then grabs him and puts him in the walls of Jericho. And he's like screaming and writhing in pain. He's like, "Oh, what's wrong, huh? What's wrong, Mr. Canyon? You're not afraid of this camera now, huh? Now you're not nervous at all." And he's like screaming. "Why don't you scream a little louder so your baby boy can hear you, huh?" And he's like yelling, "Please stop!" And he's like, "What'd you say? Go harder?" "All right." And he wrenches it back even more, and he's screaming in pain. And Jericho's like, "Mr. Canyon, I'm gonna do to your baby boy what I'm doing to you right now at Super Brawl. I'm gonna kick your son's ass, and I wish I could say you'll be there to see it, but let's be honest, I don't know if you'll be able to get the pay-per-view from your hospital bed." And then he continues to wrench it. And he's doing that, laughing and shit talking him until Chris Canyon runs in from the side of the camera. And Jericho sees him coming. "Let's go," and books it as Chris Canyon then checks on his injured dad. Listen, this feud is now personal.
This feud is now personal, Chad. Brought his dad into it.
Yeah,
just like I did with Randy Orton
a while ago. I actually completely forgot you. I actually completely forgot you did that.
Was 3 weeks ago in game.
I was trying to figure out what family member or friend Jericho's going to beat up, and his dad just popped into my head.
Let the record show.
I didn't even remember that, so.
That happened 2 Raws ago and the Rumble, and Chad said, "Let me do it."
I'll book it better.
Yep, see, 91. Did I not call a 91 when you booked this?
And our main event, the Wolfpack taking on Mick Foley, Sting, and Rob Van Dam. Sting was all focused, because of course Sting is going one-on-one against Scott Hall at the pay-per-view, Justin. I'm sure you didn't forget that.
I did.
Mick Foley and Rob Van Dam, they were bickering and fighting the whole way through. At one point, Mick Foley tries to tag in Rob Van Dam by slapping him across the face. And then about that superb wrestling in great heat, the Wolfpack were a cohesive unit, and we're not bickering. Defeated Mick Foley, Sting, and Rob Van Dam when Kevin Nash pinned Sting because Sting couldn't tag in RVD and Mick Foley, because at one point they jumped off of the ring ropes and started screaming at each other. Sting was like, "What the hell? I need to tag in. I'm getting my ass kicked right now," and he wasn't able to. And Wolfpack won.
What a match right there.
Indeed. And Rob Van Dam and Mick Foley, they brawl. They brawl to end the show.
Here we go. An 89. It looks
89.
It looks like another one for the good guys. WWF takes this one this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad says. We'll see you for SmackDown and Thunder, Chad. Will you?
I mean, I hope so. And we're back on SmackDown with no time at all. We jumped right into it, right, Justin?
Yeah, it's not like we went to bed and then came back the next day. No.
I worked a whole ass shift today.
I slept.
You slept in today, Justin. You never sleep in anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm allowed to. My almost last day at home until I go back to work.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, sleep. You know what? Go to bed right now. I'll handle it. All right, in a decent pre-show match, Shawn Michaels defeated Dave Taylor with the Sweet Chin Music. Oh shit! Who's going to change the segment if I? Oh, Justin, wake up!
Ah.
Oh, sorry. You need to change segments.
All right. Yeah. What happened here, Chad?
Well, Shawn Michaels beat Dave Taylor with the Sweet Chin Music.
Damn, what a match!
Oh, you slept through it.
All right, we start off a Friday night SmackDown, Chad, with some breaking news. Unfortunately,
I forgot about this.
The game's randomness has finally caught up to me, and the Guerrero Dojo come out here with only 2 members tonight, Chad. And you might be thinking this sounds sad. Is El Hijo del Santo dead? Even worse, he has taken his wrestling career and he's thrown it to the side. And he's taken a run at the whole politics game.
Yeah.
He has thrown his hat in the politics game a month after fellow CMLL standout Dr. Wagner Jr. entered the political game. So maybe in our mind, it looks like El Hijo del Santo is Wagner Jr.'s running mate here, and in a weird, crazy world. So Del Santo out for at least 2 years in the political game, which is an absolute huge loss.
Yeah, that's huge.
6 weeks before WrestleMania, 2 weeks before No Way Out, but we continue on and grow. And Latin Lover said, this is just the beginning. All right, we may have lost this battle, but we are going to win the war. We have the replacement for Del Santo on his way. Don't you worry.
Ooh, I wonder who it could be.
We have Rhino and Test in a one-on-one match, Chad, here. I go back to my SmackDown notes. Rhino defeats Test in 7:56 with a pile driver. Good match for Rhino. Remind me later today to take Ric Flair off of Rhino. Completely forgot to do that.
Yeah, I will remind you today.
Do it right now.
Hey, Justin. Take Ric Flair off of Rhino, you dingus.
Oh, speaking of dinguses, here are the Rat Boys.
The Rat Boys.
They're out here trying to pack their bags, Chad. They're trying to get out of this arena. Honestly, their whole gimmicks now are little rats. They're trying to not be in. They don't want to be confronted. They don't want a match being made against them. They just want to be out of the view of the people and just, show in, clock in, get out. And they're almost through it, but then La Resistance catch them and beat them down, Chad. And Rene Dupree says, hey, you can't run from us forever. We get our rematch at No Way Out, and we aren't walking out of there without the belts. So you Rat Boys, go scurry along into your little hole, because we'll see you at No Way Out. La Resistance, the Rats, the rematch. Can they do it again? Can the Rats win can they keep the belts once again, Chad?
You know what? If there's one thing I know about myself, I'll find a way.
Oh, Booker T and the Gentlemen's Club come out, Chad. What a stable this is, Chad.
Yeah.
And they say, Randy's got the mic, Chad. Randy's the leader of this group, and he says, the people are asking, what are we doing here? What is this group? What do we have in mind? Well, let me tell you, WWF Universe, we're 4 men. 4 men who have been disrespected in the game for far too long. 4 men that came from the disgusting wasteland that is known as WCW.
Oh.
4 men
Ooh.
that have been treated like dirt over there. 4 men that decided they needed to get together to form a syndication. The four.
Fuck you.
A major group that will just run rampant through the WWF locker room. We are the Gentlemen's Club, and this is just the beginning of a new era. They're here. They get a 6-man tag match here. They take on Stevie Ray and TNT, and in a decent little match right there. Decent little match. The Gentlemen's Club, Randy Savage, Booker T, and DDP defeat Stevie Ray and TNT when Booker pins Amazing Red with a Harlem Hangover. What a match this was, Chad.
Typical WWF need to copy my ideas.
What do you mean?
This is just the WWF syndicate.
No, it's not. Syndicate was 4 old dudes. This is 4 disgruntled WCW workers.
Yeah, and 3 of them are old.
That doesn't matter. It's not about the age in this group.
All right, cool.
They're not gonna go battle loser weights, Chad. They're gonna be Taker.
Oh, okay. All right, loser weights.
Speaking of loser weights, Chris Sabin makes his way to the ring, Chad. He's going one-on-one with the great Sasuke here, and hits the Future Shock to get the win here in 14:35.
Future Shock.
Chris Sabin, light heavyweight champion. We move on, and then Sasuke, with a sign of respect, shakes his hand. Shake Chris Sabin's hand. Respect from the great legendary great Sasuke to the young up-and-coming Chris Sabin. Perry Saturn, though, makes his way down the ring, Chad. He's in a match tonight. Who did I book him against? None other than Yoshihiro Tajiri. This was an open challenge. I forgot to mention that in that promo right there. Saturn defends the United States Championship against Yoshihiro Tajiri in 15:25 with a flying elbow. What a match. Are you eating?
No.
Yeah.
I was taking a drink of coffee.
Unbelievable. Chad eating through...
I was drinking!
That's it. He's dead to me. That's it. Kid Cash walks into Eric Bischoff's office and he says, well, EB, I hear you got one more spot in that Elimination Chamber match. And you know what? The former United States champion and former light heavyweight champion, Kid Cash, he's here to throw his hat into the fire. I want in, EB. I want in to that match. And Eric Bischoff's like, all right, look, man, you're one of the hottest rising stars here in WWF, man. You've really grown in ring and out of the ring as a man and as a worker. So I got you. How about later tonight, one-on-one, you get your qualifying match. Kid Cash is like, oh, hell yeah. So Kid Cash looks to punch his ticket into the Elimination Chamber. And he takes on Jamie Noble, Chad.
Oh, Jamie Noble, you say?
And Kid Cash defeats Jamie Noble with a dead level. Kid Cash will be in the WWF SmackDown Elimination Chamber. The winner will move on to WrestleMania to fight Eddie Guerrero for the belt. Will Kid Cash do it? Will he come through? We'll have to find out. Those 6 members will be, maybe I'll announce them later tonight. I think you already know. Maybe not announce them, but speaking of members in the Elimination Chamber, Psychosis and Edge are backstage arguing about who will come out the WWF Elimination Chamber, the winner. You know, they're bickering at each other. Psychosis says, you know, he won a Cruiserweight Classic. He's a 3-time WCW champion. And Edge says, none of that matters here, okay? That's like coming up here and saying you're the TNA World Champion. That's child's play, Psychosis. That's the minor leagues, all right, brother? This is the big time, all right? You haven't done anything over here. You didn't win anything. You have one pay-per-view win under your belt. That's it. We're both former runner-ups in the Royal Rumble. I don't want to hear that as an achievement, all right? I'm former Intercontinental Champion. I'm former Tag Team Champion. I'm former European Champion. I've done it all. I'm going to beat your ass in the Elimination Chamber. I don't walk into WrestleMania and beat Eddie and become World Heavyweight Champion. And in our main event, Triple H and Undertaker, another 2 men that will be in the Elimination Chamber. They go one-on-one. And Triple H defeats Taker with an ace crusher in 25 minutes. A long main event here, Chad.
Long one.
And then I meant to put everyone else in the Elimination Chamber here. Edge, Psychosis, Kid Cash, and PJ Blank are supposed to be in this promo. But it's just a big brawl between the 6 men to end SmackDown here, Chad. A 91. We tie Raw. I don't remember what 89 WCW got. So you have to beat a 91, Chad, to win this week.
Luckily for you, I've got just the show to do it.
All right, I can't wait to see it, guys. We'll see you for Thunder, and then we go to the go homes, and then Super Brawl and the Elimination Chamber styled No Way Out. We'll see you.
And we're here with Thunder. Justin, this is going to be the best show of the week. You want to know how I know?
I'm actually going to write down WWF 1 this week already.
Why? Why? You're that confident?
Thunder has not beaten a Raw or SmackDown in like the last 7 weeks.
Oh, this could be the day. This could be the day, Justin.
I know it's not, but I
have it on good authority that Thunder did indeed beat your 71 Raw. Anyway, our pre-show match. Terrible pre-show. Rob Conway defeated Ice Train with the Iron Fist. Justin, what do you know about Ice Train?
What do you know about Rob Conway?
No, he's on my roster, and he beat Ice Train.
Look at me. They wish they looked good as me, but they don't. Just look at me. Hell yeah. Rob Conway's theme on my gym playlist. Let's go.
Alrighty, we got our pre-show main event. Low D taking on Davey Boy Smith. And in a decent pre-show match, Low D defeated Davey Boy with an aerial brainbuster.
Oh no, Chad.
Oh no, is Low D hurt?
Yeah.
Oh no, how bad?
How long can a torn ACL be?
Oh God, really?
No.
Oh, Davey Boy fractured his jaw.
Lodi unsafe in the ring.
Then Samoa Joe beats up Lodi after injuring his friend Davey Boy.
Yeah, big Samoa Joe Davey Boy fans.
Scott Steiner's in the ring. And he goes, "What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Steiner Shoot." Now today, my guest is a man who isn't nearly as good as his brother because his brother's a champion. Unlike this piece of garbage. Now, my guest is a man who I'll be facing Super Brawl. Now listen, Super Brawl, it's not gonna be a club of gentlemen. All right, we're not gonna handle it talking like a bunch of bitches. We're gonna fight like men. We're gonna fight like warriors. I'm Big Papa Butt. I'm Scott Steiner. And Jeff Hardy, you're nothing more than a grasshopper ass because you're so tiny and all you do is jump around. With a Super Brawl, I squish the grasshopper, and that's final because there's nothing finer than Scott. And then Jeff Hardy's music. And Jeff says, "Scott, listen, okay? Talk a big game and you say a lot of nonsense. All right, and these people, we're still trying to keep up with you. Like I'm still rattling what you said. You called me a grasshopper. Well, guess what? You're gonna be the grasshopper at Super Brawl, and I'm gonna be Sensei, and you'll be snatching the pebble from my hand, grasshopper. Because guess what? I fought you in a tables match at Cyber Sunday, and guess what? At Super Brawl, it's gonna be me versus you, and it's going to be a ladder match. Because guess what? I want to jump off something really high. And I can't think of any better way. The only thing you'll be jumping off of high is when you smoke a bunch of pot before our match because you're a drug addict. Ha! Jeff, I don't care what match we face each other in. I'm going to kick your ass. And Justin, Jeff's heard enough. All right, you don't talk about a man's personal life like that. So Jeff, he runs in and they start brawling, and that's how we start Thunder.
All right.
I feel like it's been a minute since we had a genuine Steiner Shoots, and that felt good to do again.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
It was fucked up. The match isn't fucked up, and in a decent match, Raven defeated Ron Killings with a pile driver.
This match,
don't click. This is one of the few men Raven doesn't click with.
The match stunk.
75, it's not bad. Good opener.
It's all right.
Alrighty, we got a tag team cruiserweight segment. La Parka and La Sharka and Scotty 2 Hottie and Grandmaster Sexet. You know, they had a dance-off a couple weeks ago, and Shark Boy said, "You know what, Too Cool? You beat us in a dance-off, but now let's see how you face us in a clam-off." And Cool are like, what?
You
And
happy
they
with
go,
that?
and they go, that's right. And they got a bunch of clam juice bottles, and they challenged them to a clam juice drinking contest, Justin. And it looked like La Parka and La Sharka were going to have the upper hand, but then Scotty Tuati took a bottle of clam juice and bashed it over La Parka's head. Justin, that led to this match right here.
What a mean guy. You didn't book the match.
Oh, well, that sets up a match for down the line. Oh, must have forgot. That would explain the extra 10 minutes we had.
Yep.
Owen Hart says, tonight I go one-on-one against the Tap Out crew, Ken Shamrock and Vader. Now listen, Ken Shamrock and Vader, you guys are big men who love to fight. Well, guess what? I have a tag team partner tonight. He's making his debut to Thunder. And this man,
I thought it was a one-on-one
too.
match.
Oh.
He just said I have a one-on-one match tonight, but then he said I have a
I've
tag
got a
partner
tag team.
now.
I've got a tag team.
Why did he say one-on-one match?
I did. I said tag team match.
You started the promo. He said, I got a one-on-one match. And then I got a tag partner.
I got a tag team match tonight against Vader and Shamrock. And gets a what? I have a tag team partner. He's a man who also loves to fight. And he'll never back down from a fight. Who is he? Well, it's a surprise, but I'll tell you what. Right? Shamrock and Vader are the ones who tap out.
Sorry, I'm just confused on what happened there.
I don't think I said that, but I could have.
I'll run the tapes back as soon as we're done with this sesh.
And it is a match. Chris Candido defeats Lance Storm with a blonde bombshell.
Nice. Decent little match right there.
Agree.
So.
And then we got this match. Shannon Moore taking on Homicide. And then about that decent wrestling and not much heat. Shannon Moore defeated Homicide with a Moregasm. Justin, big win for Shannon Moore.
Big coming boy for Shannon. I gotta stop doing that gimmick. we gotta change his fucking finishing name, man.
Nonsense. And then Shannon Moore grabs a microphone and he says,
I just hit the
Cruiserweight Classic. The Cruiserweight Classic is next month. I want to officially declare myself as an entrant. I will be competing. I'm going to do my old sensei proud. Wherever he is watching for somewhere in the world.
He's not watching.
I'm going to win. I'm going to do it for my sensei.
He's got better things to do. He's at the strip club right now with Rick.
Like, who the hell is that? Yeah. Stardust shows up. Justin, remember, Stardust was trying to convince Steven Regal to tag with him. And Steven Regal said no. So this segment starts. Stardust, he's in his full Stardust like face paint. Instead of wearing his usual outfit, he's wearing a men's cheerleading outfit. And he says, tonight, I'm going to cheer on my friend, Steven Regal. Give me an R. And the fans go, R. Give me an E. E. Give me a G. E. Give me an A. A. Give me an L. L. And you know who won't be taking an L? My friend, Regal. And then Steven Regal comes out looking super annoyed for this match.
I didn't know if you wanted me to do all of those, but I didn't.
Yeah, I know you didn't, but it's okay. And then about that good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Steven Regal defeated James Mariota with a Regal stretch.
That's a decent little match right there.
And Stardust cheers led him to a victory.
I don't think that was it, but decent.
And we got a singles match, Super Crazy versus Christopher Daniels, and a decent match. Christopher Daniels defeated Super Crazy with an Angel's Wing.
Yeah, Daniels got a stale gimmick, Chad. We gotta change that.
Daniel says, let me tell you a little something about Rey Mysterio. No, you see, Rey Mysterio comes out here every single week. He's one-nighting people with his masks and calls himself a hero for all the children. Well, guess what? Rey Mysterio sucks.
Yeah.
When I was part of the Syndicate, every single week, we put a whooping. We kicked ass on all of the Limitless. And Rey Mysterio was such a bitch that he didn't pick a side. I'm not part of Limitless. Oh, but I'm definitely not part of Syndicate. No, Ray, you weren't a part of any team because no one wanted you. You were the world champion for a cup of coffee, and then you lost to Kevin Nash. And guess what? At Super Brawl, you're going to lose to me, too. Then I'm going to go on, and guess what? I'm going to win the Cruiserweight Classic, and I'm going to use my Cruiserweight Classic win. Earn a world championship match whenever I want. And guess what, Ray? I'm going to cash it in. I'm going to win. And then, guess what, Ray? I'm going to hold it longer than you ever could because I am the fallen angel. I'm the future. I am Christopher Daniels. And the era of Daniels, the era of the angel, starts at Super Brawl. I defeat Ray Rio.
There we go.
Well, that's not good. And about that decent reaction from the crowd, that's terrible wrestling. Abyss defeats Conan with the shock treatment.
Yeah, it was not a good match right there.
Not good at all. We got AJ Styles and Hoovy. AJ's being interviewed. Before he could even utter a sentence, Hoovitude attacks him from behind with the ring bell, Justin. Just lays him out.
Oh, what a rat fucker, Chad.
Yeah. Hoovy always jumping people from behind. And our main event, we got Owen Hart and Dan Severn, Justin. The fighter Dan Severn taking on Vader and Shamrock, and in a good match. Vader and Shamrock defeat Owen Hart and Dan Severn when Ken Shamrock submitted Dan Severn with the ankle lock. They don't call him the tap-out crew for nothing. And Dan Severn was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everybody. This was going to be Bob Sapp, everyone. But I had to change it because after seeing how horrible he did, I was like, I'll be damned if he's in my main event.
People were mad at me over the years for booking Owen Hart bad, and now here we are, watching Owen Hart team with Dan Severn.
He's not being booked. He's got a world championship match coming up.
He got an 88, Chad. He's not good anymore. He's not good anymore.
Owen's
Ooh.
great. An 82.
Ooh, Chad, how does it feel to have the worst show of the week? And lose to me this week?
Whatever.
Yeah, no, you're used to it.
Time.
You're used to it.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well, now looking at the standings, I am now up 4-3 in the weekly TVs.
I'll tie it up next week.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see you for the go-homes.